going to talk about some good stuff today.
Yeah, we're going to talk about five. Is it the five best albums or just five good albums? Because
I think it's five great albums.
I have
five great albums.
I have five great albums, 100%. And it's
Mine
odd
are
that we
not in any particular order. It's just five great albums.
Yeah, mine's not in any particular order either. And unfortunately, we can't really play the music. I guess that's a copyright issue, right?
Yeah, can't do that. Unfortunately, we could link to it maybe, but that's about it.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool if you like with Apple Music, maybe.
Yeah,
put the links in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so people can click on the links. All right. You go first.
All right. My first is R.E.M. Murmur.
Wait, R.E.M. So which album's that?
Murmur. It's one of their early ones.
I never heard that album.
Really?
I'm a big R.E.M. fan. I'm a pretty big R.E.M. fan. Not huge, but I was big when I was a kid.
It may have been the one before Green. Not sure, but it's really good. It's solid from beginning to end. You can, it's definitely one of those albums you can just put it on and play all the way through. For whatever reason, I used to play this album a lot when I was playing computer board games as a kid. There was this series called like Hoyle's Games or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that at all?
No.
It was like, a bunch of like tabletop games, but it was played on the computer. It had like backgammon.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, a bunch of stuff like that. But for whatever reason, I would play like this album. So it's kind of like it's almost like my board game soundtrack. But
I've never
really
heard. Good. I'm going to look this up right now. I've never heard this album before.
It's like one of the songs is sung by Mike Mills, which is really good. I like it when he sings songs. I like his voice. I like Michael's type, of course, but it's just cool to have.
Cool
to have somebody else sing some songs.
But what interesting group, just like R.E.M.
Yeah.
like that. So I was a big fan of Losing My Religion, of course, the Out of Time album, and I also liked Automatic for the People a lot. Green, I didn't really listen to as much. Document was a really good album.
Document's a great album. Yeah.
I see Murmur now. Wow, I'm going to listen to this.
Yeah, it was recorded in Charlotte.
Oh, really?
So
that's awesome.
Got that connection too. Yeah.
And and they just did some albums. They did they did a few albums. Then they were like, okay, we're done. And Michael Stipe is HIV positive, which no one really talks. Oh yeah. And but you can have HIV now and live for a very long time. So it's not like
Magic Johnson. He looks like he's, got something going on, but I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's like different than it is now. Like it was a big controversy when we found out, but now nobody cares.
Right.
But yeah, R.E.M. Man, that got me through a lot. So that's interesting.
Their drummer had like some kind of disease too, and he stopped playing, and then they, instead of getting a new drummer, they replaced him with a drum machine, which is kind of cool.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah. So their later albums all have drum machine on them instead of live drums.
That's something R.E.M. would do. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
My first one is Mos Def, Black on Both Sides.
Okay.
Have you ever heard this album?
I've heard some Mos Def. I don't know if I've heard that one or not. Is there like a big song off of it?
Well, the biggest song is Miss Fat Booty, which is
okay. I know that song.
But there's a lot of other really good songs in here.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of hard to say which one, but like Fear Not of Man. What else is it? New World Water, which is one of my favorite songs ever. And this album just came out in 1999, and it's just like it's probably one of the best hip hop albums.
I think I want to like Mos Def more than I do like Mos Def.
Get this album and listen to this album. It's one of those albums you have to listen to from beginning to end. You can't just listen to the songs. So
what's it called again?
Black on Both Sides.
Black on Both Sides.
And it's absolutely like when I first listened to this album, I put the CD in my car, and it didn't come out in my car for like I think 6 months, probably easily 6 months. It's like one of my favorite albums of all time. It's wonderful. And the thing about this album is it's like it has everything you need to love hip hop, everything you need to love like music, everything you need to love about Mos Def's lyrical abilities. It's just so good. Like the album Hip Hop's just fantastic. Speed Law is really good. I could play this right now. And like, if you're really serious about it, do you have vinyl? Do you have a record player?
I do not.
So if you're listeners, if you're really serious about this, try to find this on vinyl. It's actually hard to find on vinyl. Try to find us on vinyl. Listen to it on vinyl. It's the way you're supposed to listen to it. Fantastic.
Most Def was in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
He was. Yes. He's actually a really good actor. Actually, he's actually a bohemian. He's good at a lot of different things. Acting is just one of them, but he's actually really good. And I do want to give some honorable mentions to his second album, The New Danger, and then his third album, the Ecstatic Songs, which is the Ecstatic Songs is really good, but The New Danger is actually really good too.
He never really like broke out into like mainstream.
No, but who cares?
Yeah, okay.
if you like hip hop, you like Mos Def.
Right. I realized that I have no hip hop on my.
That's okay. I have some, so don't worry about
it. My next up is Miles Davis, "Birth of the Cool."
I don't listen to jazz as much as I need to. You talk to me about this album.
I mean, just the name of the album is awesome. "Birth of the Cool." I mean, you're like telling everybody that you're inventing a new style of jazz in your album title. Cool jazz is a genre that came out of basically this album, Miles Davis. It's just good. It's a great song or great album from beginning to end. You play it all the way through. It's really, really good stuff. I mean, he's got other songs that are probably better on other albums, but just like as a album from beginning to end, I think this is it's great. It's probably one of his best, or is his best.
I have never really gotten into jazz and the blues as much as I probably should. I don't really know why. I like
jazz a lot. I probably listen to modern jazz more than I do to like cool jazz or older jazz. But yeah, I like jazz a lot.
Yeah. At some point, you should send me a list of like 4 really good jazz albums. I would like to. I have some jazz albums in my collection, my vinyl collection, just where friends come over. But I never really play jazz. Like, oh, I'm gonna listen to a record. Like, I don't do that. I just play it mostly for friends, like background noise. But if you have some really good jazz albums, I wouldn't mind.
Oh yeah, definitely, we can do that. Mos Def. Like the two big songs off of this album, at least according to Apple Music, are "Venus de Milo" and then "Boplicity." It's just a cool song title.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to check that out. Okay.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
My number 2 is Wu-Tang Clan. Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. You what?
I just love the album title.
Yeah, Enter Wu-Tang.
Crazy.
36. Yeah, you've heard this album, of course.
I have not. Let me see. Hang on. Wu-Tang Clan.
Wait, you've never listened to this album?
Hang on a second. Wu-Tang Clan. What? Oh, okay. Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. Ooh, it's on Apple Music's 100 Best Albums list.
There's a reason for that, Mike.
R.E.M. is on it. I know that song.
Okay, that's good.
I think I know "Protect Your Neck."
Okay, that's good too. The entire album.
Ruckus. I know "Bring the Ruckus."
The entire album is just beautiful. It feels like they recorded in a basement somewhere. It's gritty. It's grimy. It doesn't sound like great, but it sounds perfect because it doesn't sound great.
Is this like their first album?
It's the first album. It sounds like a bunch of kids just breaking the mold of what it's supposed to be, and it feels like an album that a kid could make right now, and it would break free and just be like, "What was?" It's a beautiful, perfect album from end to end. It's so much fun to listen to. It feels fun. It feels alive. It has so much flavor to it. It's just so interesting. Every song feels interesting to listen to. It's just great. Came out in 1993, and for hip hop heads, the 90s. People argue about this all the time, but I think hip hop was the best from 1985 to 1999. Like that period. You could probably say 2005, but I would probably go like the 90s, especially the 90s and hip hop was one of those. Right. Every week, a album came out that blew your mind. It was just absolutely ridiculous, and it was so much fun to live at that time, to come home and listen to a new album from someone you never heard before. It's just like beautiful.
Right.
It's just so
right.
fun.
Now, Liquid Swords, that's not actually a Wu-Tang album, apparently.
No, it's a spinoff. So the Wu-Tang Clan, each member did their own albums, and Liquid Swords was done by GZA. When Liquid Swords is considered the best hip hop album, if not one of the best. But again,
yeah, I hear that's Biden's favorite.
Yeah, I love Liquid Swords. It's a great album, and I have it on vinyl. I have like the collector's edition. I think it's really great. But Wu-Tang has a special place in my heart.
The RZA does a lot of soundtrack work.
Yeah, he's great. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really wanted to get into Wu-Tang, there's a deep place you can go. You can stay in there for years. They've done so much music.
Right.
So like you could, if you haven't heard much of this, Mike, you should spend an afternoon just listening to this stuff. I'm sure Apple Music has like a Wu-Tang playlist or something like that you can do.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. Yeah. Mine next one is Daft Punk Discovery.
Mm-hmm. That's a good album.
Yeah, I mean it's just filled with bangers all the way through.
It's
really amazing.
It's
an amazing
stuff.
album.
You like instrumental stuff a lot.
I do. Yeah, I like a lot.
I don't know if I have this. So
when I'm listening to music with words, to me they're more of like an instrument. I don't listen for a message in the words typically. It's just another musical instrument to me.
That's interesting. So I think
that's from growing up listening to R.E.M. because their lyrics mean nothing.
Well,
it's just a bunch of words, basically. Yeah. So yeah, I guess I just grew up not really paying attention to the lyrics too much.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if I have Discovery. I think I need to check. I think
you gotta have Discovery. You gotta have it.
Well, see, I have two different record collections. I have Apple Music, so I have a lot of music on there. Of course, I can just download it. But I also have vinyl. I consider vinyl my actual record collection.
I'm talking about vinyl. Yeah, you gotta have this on vinyl, dude.
I gotta find it. Yeah, it's easy. I'll have to look for it. But
it's got One More Time, Aerodynamic.
Yeah, One More Time is so much fun. Like that song's great.
That's a great song.
It's
Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger.
Yeah. Yeah, fantastic.
Something About Us, Veradisco.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's great. Is that the last album? That wasn't the last album, was it?
No, their last album was Random Access Memories.
Yeah. So One More Time is not on Random Access Memories. It's on Discovery.
Yeah, it's on Discovery. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I didn't know that. Maybe I did know that. You know what?
Somebody did a really good mashup of One More Time with like an Adele song. It was amazing. I think it was that. Or no, it was Something About Us. Something About Us and an Adele song.
That's a great song. Special shout out to the Tron soundtrack.
Absolutely. That's an honorable mention. It was kind of tough picking between this and that.
The original soundtrack, but also you've listened to the remix edition, right? Of the Tron
I don't
soundtrack.
like the remix as much as the original.
It's fun to have both. Both. You know, for the next Tron movie, Nine Inch Nails is doing the soundtrack for that, which is going to be kind of cool.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as good, but
it won't be
interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Discovery is also one of Apple Music's 100 best albums.
So I mean, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's not that great of a list actually, because like when you get into the top 10, I think it gets kind of crazy. But
it's almost impossible to have. It's almost impossible to have a top 10 list of music that makes sense to each individual person. It's like music is such a subjective thing that it's almost impossible. To be like, this album is number one. I guess it feels weird. My number 3 is Deftones' White Pony.
All right, I don't know what this is. You gotta tell me.
So the band Deftones came out in the 90s. Their first album was called Adrenaline, which was pure.
Are they ska?
No, they're hard rock. They're hard metal, nasty rock. Like hard, like really? Back in like the 90s new metal. So it had like hip hop notes to it. So sometimes he'd kind of rap in some of his tracks, but his tracks would be bass heavy, guitar riff heavy, drums that burst your eardrum. Just like raw. So that was Adrenaline. And Around the Fur took a little bit of that edge off.
So it's like not as it's more rock than Rage Against the Machine.
No, I would say they're equal.
Okay.
In the same. If you listen to Rage, you understand Deftones.
Okay.
But White Point is their third album, and I would argue that it's their best album. There's great tracks on here. Digital Bath, RX Queen, Teenager, Knife Party, Career, Passenger, Change. Like just great album. When I bought it, I was in
I like the
Wilmington.
title Digital Bath. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. I was in Wilmington, North Carolina, where I bought this album, and I put my CD player and I listened to the whole thing, just like just laying on the floor. It's just, and it was like I think it was summertime for some reason, so I feel like my door was open, so I was kind of like laying there, like listening to music. It was like one of those beautiful. I love Deftones. They actually have a new album coming out this month. They've been around a long time. They actually got a weird resurgence, like. So Generation X, my generation, somehow we've gotten our kids to listen to them, to Deftones, and they like it. They love it, actually. So like it's weird. Like you see like 19, 20-year-old kids wearing Deftones shirts and listening to the music because it connects to them in a weird way. So
they look almost like Cypress Hill.
They're from California. They're from Cali. So you get that same energy. Okay. Just a great band, really good music. Some of the albums have fallen off, but I don't know how much you like rock, but if you like rock and you like metal, and you like something a little fun, then Deftones is. I mean, it's not as metal as like Mastodon or anything like that, but it's just so much fun to listen to these guys, and like it just feels like you're in a special club when you like Deftones.
Huh. Interesting. I'll have to check that one out.
If you go listen to the White Pony album, I think you'll like it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. My next up is Nirvana. Nevermind.
Perfect album. Perfect. Yeah. I wish I would. Yeah. It actually makes me mad. It's not on my list. Perfect album.
It's also on Apple's 100 Best Albums.
The reason why it's not on my list is because I think Nevermind was more commercial, kind of, and I think the In Utero album was actually. I think In Utero is the quintessential Nirvana album. But go ahead, tell me why you like Nirvana.
Okay, interesting. Apple lists both of those albums as the essential albums for Nirvana. I mean, they've only got 3, so
they've got technically 4. But go ahead.
Oh, what's the 4th one?
So they did Bleach, and then they did an album called Incesticide, I believe. I might get it wrong. It's like tracks from Bleach and a couple other albums, so they put that together. And then it's Nevermind, and then it's In Utero, and then they have a.
They Apple Music calls Incesticide a compilation. Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of like the off tracks from Bleach, but
gotcha.
I would say if you like Nirvana, period, you should listen to all 4 albums. This is kind of like days out. I haven't listened to Incesticide in a very long time.
I think I've really only listened to Nevermind and In Utero.
Bleach is great. Bleach is a great album.
And then, of course, their MTV Unplugged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they actually have MTV Unplugged. I feel like is a great album. It was a kind of a nice way for Kurt Cobain to say goodbye. Because it was the last thing he did before he died. And there's some great tracks on it. But I do think that I think the best music always felt like it was when Kurt and the team were able to get into a studio and kind of work on their stuff together. And so Nevermind is definitely an overproduced, very stereo, very studio friendly album that was perfect for the time it came out. And when it came out, it just destroyed everything we knew about music.
It destroyed glam rock.
Everything.
Basically.
It just reset everything. As soon as that song came out, as soon as Smell Like Teen Spirit came out, it reset the world. Like it was like because Guns N' Roses and all these other bands were around, and Nevermind was like, nope, we're grunge now. Grunge is a new thing. Instantly, people started gravitating to it, and I think the fame of making Nevermind really hurt Kurt Cobain on his soul because he was an artist, and like I feel like once that came out and once he became super famous, then everything kind of went bad for him. Because mentally, I think he just didn't know what to do with that, which I respect 100%. And I don't respect that he killed himself. I respect that he was in a bad place. But it's interesting. If you listen to the B side of Nevermind, that is the experimental weird side that feels more like Nirvana. It feels like the first side was like, hey, listen to this, kids. And then the second side is like, what? This is odd. Like,
I mean, Something in the Way, that's an amazing song. That's
so good, dude.
Side,
It's like so good. It's like it feels like every time I listen to that song, I feel like I'm going to cry. Like I feel like that song's made for you to have an emotional response, And
my
like
favorite
you just
song
feel
off
his
the
pain.
Lithium.
Yeah, it's a good song. Yeah,
it's just so like I think it's the bass line on Lithium. Just so good. Yeah,
man, that album is great. That really is a great album. I feel like if you're in our generation, you should listen to that album at least once a year. Just put it on as loud as you can and just have fun with it.
Right.
So much, such a good album. I feel bad that the current generation of people now don't have an album like this that comes out that resets the world like that. Like it's hard to explain what the world was like when this came out. Like it's just really hard. It allowed me to be a person. Like as soon as this album came out, I realized that I can be strange and no one would care, you know. And like, and once I decided to be strange, I started growing dreads. I was wearing clothes that I wanted to wear. I was hanging out with friends I wanted to hang out with. And as soon as like I wouldn't have been able to be myself without that album. It really is. It really changed everything. I wish that was on my list, but it's not.
You know, something I've been noticing is like when I was growing up, and this may be just a completely ignorant comment, but I don't know. It seems like there weren't any cool black girls. Like they were all like locked in on assimilation to American culture pretty much. But now there's like all these like really weird black girls that are like walking around that are, you know, teenagers, 20s or something like that.
We can massage that statement. we can massage that.
Like they're like when I was in high school, they weren't breaking out of the norm. They were locked in on being normal.
I think that
it seemed like.
I think black people didn't have permission to be strange because it felt like someone was looking at us at all times. And
so do you think this album was part of like unlocking that because like the timing syncs up?
Absolutely. And like, and I feel like it's something you have to understand that it's hard to be a black.
This album was actually introduced to me by one of my best friends in high school who was black. So it's just kind of interesting how it like spans races, even though rock was before this album, I think.
Well,
it was a very white type of music.
We can talk about this all day, but there was a concerted effort racially to segment the population. Like if you were white, you listen to this. If you're black, you listen to this. Yeah. And Nirvana was like, no. And then like Deftones itself was like, no. And like a lot of people were like, no. And then once black people realized that it was being forced for them to kind of assimilate in certain cultural standards and they broke off, they could start doing what they want. Things changed a lot. It changed a lot. And like now it would be absurd for someone to say black people don't listen to rock. Like that's the weirdest thing to say, but it was a common kind of thing to say back then. It was very strange. But no, I think Nirvana definitely allowed everybody from every culture to break free a little bit and be themselves, be who they want to be, without a doubt. It's not just black people, everybody. Like
it was just really interesting you said that. That like just triggered that thought in my head. So
yeah, I think we can wrap up with like if Nirvana allowed people to not worry about what people thought because the album and Kurt Cobain.
I think Kurt Cobain would love that
care.
For that to be his legacy, you know.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Mine is kind of close to this one. It's Pearl Jam's Versus album or the self-titled album. So it's actually interesting. When this came out, it was called Versus, but then they retitled it to just be self-titled, just be called Pearl Jam. So if you have a vinyl copy that says Versus on it, you have a very rare copy because not many people have that copy.
Do you have one?
No, I do not.
Oh.
I wish I did. This album is my favorite Pearl Jam album. It's actually the best Pearl Jam album they've ever made. They've never done anything close to as good as this. I think Vitalogy was really good, but not as good as this. Just like Daughter's on here. So I'm sure you've heard that. Don't call me daughter. Yeah, Dissident's on here. Go, Blood, Animal. My favorite song one of my favorite songs in the entire world, Rearview Mirror, is on here, which is probably one of the best rock songs ever made. It's just beautiful. This album, I don't know. This is the first album I listened to that I realized that this album is objectively perfect. Like it's like I listened to music so much back then. Like when I heard this album, I was like, this album's different than anything I've ever heard before, and it's different than anything they've ever done before. So their first album, Pearl Jam, was again a studio album. It's definitely tuned to the radio with like songs like Black and Jeremy Spoken and everything else. But this album was like, we're done. You know, we're done with that. We already put our studio album out.
10 is such a good album, though.
It is a good album, but it's definitely studio friendly. It was definitely touched by a lot of hands. But this album is definitely Pearl Jam being like, we did that. We can do what we want now. And this album, this is the album they wanted to make. This is the album they've always wanted to make. This one is. And this is this is the album where they stopped making music videos. They didn't want to be part of the MTV kind of infrastructure.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so they stopped making music, and which kind of hurt them in a lot of ways.
It's their second album.
Yeah. So people connected to music back then through MTV, and they were like, we don't want to be on MTV. We don't want music videos. And it kind of hurt them in a couple of different ways. But now, it's again, if you like Pearl Jam, you love this album. Even if you don't like Pearl Jam, you can listen to this album.
Did you fall off of Pearl Jam at any time?
Yeah, I fell off of Pearl Jam after their fourth. So I listened to 10 versus Vitality, and then the fourth album, and then after that, maybe the fifth album. Because after a while, things got kind of weird for them. I think Biannual was one of the last albums I got into. But I haven't listened to them in a very long time. I haven't really kept up with them as much as I wish.
Yeah, I probably fell out around like 3 or 4, but like,
I think they made too
much.
Yeah, I think they made too much music too fast. It's like
could be.
How could I keep up with all this? It's just too much to keep up with on a constant basis. And so it's hard to. It's like you're almost swimming in all the tracks, which is just too much.
And then they were like, for a while there, they were recording every freaking concert and offering it up as an album.
Yeah, you can actually listen to different. Yeah, I forgot that you can listen to different concerts. It's like, okay, that's a little bit too much, guys. So I think they got victim to their own success, but at the same time, Pearl Jam's awesome. I love those guys. I would love to see them live. That'd be really fun.
They were in the movie Singles.
Oh yeah. Wasn't everybody in that movie?
Well, like, what's his name? What's the singer from Pearl Jam?
Eddie Vedder.
He's actually in the movie. Like he's an actor in the movie.
That movie's not good, Mike.
Come on.
No. That movie.
It's a good movie.
That movie tried to steal everything about my culture at the time and then sell it to a bunch of people.
What's his name?
I know. What's his name? Yeah, I know.
The guy.
Yeah, okay. Ben Stiller?
No. the writer of the movie.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Look it up.
What did he do? He did lots of stuff.
Anyway, we got to get going. We got like 4 minutes.
All right. Well, am I next or are you next?
You're next.
I'm next. My next one is Art of Noise. Invisible Silence.
Who's that? I never heard those guys.
You've definitely heard Art of Noise. Moments in Love.
Nope.
Do you know that song?
No, I don't.
You know that song.
I don't, man.
If you play it, you know that song.
Wait. What's the song? What's the song again?
Moments in Love. They're one of the most sampled. Yeah, that's it. One of the most sampled bands of all time.
I never heard this song before.
How did you miss the song?
Is it instrumental stuff?
It's mostly instrumental.
Is this European?
They are British. Yes.
Yeah. Pass. It's okay. Whatever.
This album's really good. It's got great songs from beginning to end. It's tough because like their Art of Noise's best albums really like they're this best of that was put together.
Mm-hmm.
But as far I don't really consider best ofs an album, but
no, me neither.
Other than their best of, this is like one of their greatest ones. It's got so many.
Albums have to be like thought. Like you have to decide the track list, what song goes what, everything. So that's an album. A best of is not a complete album. It's just like a collection.
Cameron Crowe is who I was talking about.
What about him?
He's done a lot of good stuff, man. Jerry Maguire, Singles.
Those movies are problematic. I'll talk to you about that one some other time.
All right, we can talk. We can do the 5 most problematic Cameron Crowe movies.
That sounds great. I'll have a lot to say. My number 5 is Michael Jackson's Thriller, of course.
Okay.
Listeners of this show have heard me talk about Thriller a lot.
Same time as R.E.M's Murmur.
Yeah, so we kind of
Murmur came out while Thriller was
really
on the charts. Yeah,
like we can, I think that it's safe to say. I don't know. I used to say that music, this culture is dead, but I do think there's some good music coming out now. But and like the reason why good music coming out now is because we're in like bad times. And so like if you look at like the times between I would say 2008 to 2017, 18, like that 10-year gap, nothing really crazy was going on. And so like there was no kind of strife to respond to. But now we're in the strife times. With COVID, and then we have a maniac as president. So I feel like the artists are like have something to produce. So
yeah, I'm really upset that 9 Inch Nails hasn't done anything.
Yeah, well, give them time, right? And like I think, the Thriller came out during the Reagan era, and so did R.E.M's album, man. So like, when times are weird, good music comes out. So like, we are in bad times, but we will get good art, which is something you said. I don't really want to get too much into Thriller because it's a perfect. If you don't know why Thriller is a great album, I don't know what to say.
That's a great album.
Yeah. So, but man, all these albums except
it's
for
not
that
his best album though. Off the Wall, right? Off the Wall is his best album.
We don't have to do this. We could. I mean, that's a 2-hour debate, man. I don't have time for that.
Okay.
But all the albums that we listed today, I think. You know what, Mike? Can't you make
his most iconic album, though?
Yeah, 100%. Mike, can't you make a playlist of all these albums and send it and put it on the?
We can link to them in the. Oh yeah, we could do that. We could link to them in the.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Notes. Yeah,
it'd be fun, and like that way people can kind of listen to it. Yeah. And I am on Blue Sky currently. So when you send that out, I'll do a little thing. I'll post it. Do a little post, even though nobody listens to my post.
Oh, you have your personal Blue Sky account?
Yeah, my personal Blue Sky account, which is I don't want people to know too much about because I don't want to get fired from my job.
Right.
Who knows? I need deniability.
Absolutely.
But this list is pretty good. I like this list. This is one of those. This is one of the few lists we've done together where I'm not completely confused, except for that last one you did. But you're gonna have to
listen to that a little bit.
No, I don't think so. So Mike, how can people share this?
I'm gonna send you a song of theirs that you'll like.
Okay. How can people share this great, fantastic list with their friends and family?
You've got people that like listening to music, send them a link. Say, hey, check out this podcast. They talk about some really great albums that I've heard and I love. And they also introduced me to some new albums that are actually really good.
Great. Yeah. And
we all need to be introduced to more music, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. Music's like one of the best things about life.